I do look quite terrifying, half face, half face. What? What? Before? After? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I look super strange, but I am literally in the middle of doing my makeup. Well, I got to about the middle of doing my makeup and then I was like, I have a great video idea. So I finished up one side and so I'm kind of like half face right now. But essentially, I want to show you guys the before and after. So today we're talking about something that's really new, really unique, something I've never heard of in the beauty community before, and it's a subscription palette service. So this is called Deck of Scarlet, and it comes in a little box like this. It is, again, a subscription service. You get a new palette every 2 months, and it's $30 every time you get a palette. So basically $30 every 2 months, you get a new palette. The company collaborates with beauty gurus and they get to pick all the colors and create these palettes, and it's such a cool idea. So they contacted me, asked me if I wanted to try out the palette. Not sponsored, just, hey, do you want to try out the palette? And I was like, of course, I would love to try out the palette, support you guys, support some new beauty influencers, and kind of get the word out there. So that's what we're talking about today. I did use the palette today, and there's some hits and misses, which is why I stopped midway and I wanted to show you guys, like actually show myself applying some to this eye so I could show you what I mean by hits and misses. So before I get into that, let's talk about the palette and the packaging. First of all, it's so luxe feeling. Like it comes in this box right here. I'm taking all this stuff out. It comes in this box right here. And this was inside of another box. So a box inside of a box. Then you open it up and there's like this foamy thing to kind of protect the palette. It's very like expensive and very luxe feeling. And then you take that out and you have 2 pencils here. Again, I have some back here. So you get an eyeliner and a lip liner. And then the palette comes right in here. So the palette itself, and let me pull it out from behind me, looks like this. It comes in the little sleeve and then you take it out of the sleeve and here's what the palette looks like. It feels so nice. The quality is so good. Like the packaging is A+ in my book. It looks very pretty. I don't know if the beauty guru gets to design the palette cover itself, but if they do, then she did a really good job. This is edition number 5, by the way, and the person they collabed with is right here. So it comes with this little card, and this is Amy Rose Walker, and she's our artist-in-chief for this season. How cute. So yeah, her handles and stuff are all right there, and then they also send you like a little card, and of course I got a little card. So anyways, that's what's inside the package, and then the palette itself is kind of like the star of the show. So there's some things on the back that talk to you, blah, blah, blah. I'm talking way too fast. Just like a little thing on the back. And anyway, so this one says, pop the Prosecco and get the party started. This is supposed to be like the holiday palette. Some things about the company itself that I want to share with you guys really quickly. So the makeup is 100% cruelty-free, paraben-free. This is the November-December palette, like I've already said. This one includes shimmery golds, deep plums, and rose gold highlights, which I'll show you here in a minute. They did give me a 10% off link if you guys are interested in signing up, which I will put down below for you. Use the code GOLD and you get 10% off of your first order. I think that is about it. I am actually really excited about this concept. Now, I don't know that you will need a new palette every 2 months, but it's a really cool idea. Like, I don't know, you can never have too many palettes in my opinion. So let's talk about what comes in the box really quick. I am a mess. It's like half my makeup. Oh, I'm a mess. Okay, and then we'll fix my face because I keep looking at myself in the viewfinder and I'm like, Okay, so the 2 pencils it comes with, one of them is an eyeliner, and this one is like a deep brown kind of chocolate. I love this color eyeliner. You guys know that. It's like my favorite color eyeliner to wear simply because it's more what's the word I'm looking for? I want to say cohesive is what I was trying to say, but I think it suits my kind of skin tone, hair color better than like black. I do love black eyeliner, but sometimes it's a bit harsh, so I tend to lean towards these kind of really dark browns. This one is perfect. So it is a little twisty, twist up thingy. The eyeliner, or the lip liner it comes with, is like a nude pink, which also right up my alley. Super creamy, super smooth, super nice quality. The pencils themselves feel really nice and heavy as well. Like they're just really good quality. They remind me a lot of, I think it was Stila came out with a similar type eyeliner product before. They're really nice quality, if that makes sense. Super creamy and super blendable. And then the palette itself has 2 lip colors right here, a highlighter, a bronzer, and 3 eyeshadows. I do really appreciate the uniqueness of the color selection in here. It's not your typical warm browns that I feel like are in every eyeshadow palette right now. It's very unique, very fun. I think Amy did a really good job of picking, I mean, these must be her favorite colors. She picked them for some reason. I don't like the fact that there's cream products mixed with powder products. I feel like that can get a little bit messy. Powder gets in the creams, then it starts to mess with the quality of the product. So I do kind of wish that either this was in a separate palette or there was like a separate little sleeve or something to kind of keep these kind of protected from the powders over here. But I do really like that. I love the fact that there's like a bright pink and there's like more of a nude color. This nude color matches the lip liner near perfectly. It's a perfect match. This bright color alone, I probably wouldn't wear like a hot pink lip like that, but what I have been doing is mixing it. So I will show you guys. So I've been mixing the nude and the hot pink together. I'm just gonna put it here on my arm. So there's the hot pink, and then here's the nude. I'm gonna swatch right on top of it, and it kind of creates this beautiful like mauve color. Do you see that? It is so pretty. So that's kind of what I've been doing to incorporate that hot pink. You can put more or less and kind of play with the color, make it more or less to your liking, because alone it is like, it's pink. It's pink. And these lip colors, although I don't like the fact that they're in a palette with powders, the quality of the lipstick itself is really nice. They're not sticky. They apply really smoothly. They're really pigmented. In fact, I just tried to wipe that off my arm with a makeup wipe and I was like scrubbing it to death. So really nice quality product. Let's talk a little bit about the highlighter and the bronzer real quick. I'm not wearing the bronzer. I'm wearing a different bronzer today. This bronzer is just too dark for me. I cannot wear this bronzer. It's actually a little bit on the orangey side as well, so I definitely think that this is a miss for the palette. It might work for different skin tones, but for fair skin like me, it just doesn't work. I think it would make a really good crease color or maybe like an eyeshadow color, but for an all over face color, it's just not my cup of tea specifically. The highlighter, however, is gorgeous. It's like a rose gold, kind of pinky, gosh, I want to say maybe a pinky peach color. It is so pretty. It looks so flattering on the cheeks. It's not too pow in your face and it's not too like muted. It's kind of like that perfect happy medium. It's so stinking pretty. The shadows, one of them is awful, you guys. I'm just gonna come out and say it. This purple color, I think the color itself is really unique. In fact, I was trying to fix my eye look today by putting like a different shadow of the same color on top of it, and I had a really hard time finding in my collection anything that was relatively close to this eyeshadow color. Most deep plum purples like this have like a glitter or a sparkle in it, whereas this one is like a matte with a hint of a sheen to it. So the color itself is really pretty. I do think it looks really pretty on the eye, but it applies horribly. It is so patchy. It does not blend well. It's really not that pigmented on your eyes. I mean, that swatch, it looks great as a swatch, but you'll see when I put it on my eye what I mean. It's just not very easy to work with. It took me like an hour to do this one eye. Like it was not good. Gold Digger, which is this middle gold color, is beautiful. It applies beautifully. It is super pigmented. I mean, that is probably the star of the palette, I think. Huge, huge win there. And then Dream is just like this creamy matte beige color. I do think that colors like this are a necessity, especially for palettes that have kind of like rich, crazy colors like this. But this one is a bit on the powdery side. I did apply this all over my lid as a base color on both eyes. It's already on this eye as well. And luckily it's pretty similar to my skin tone, so it didn't like mess up my makeup. But there is quite a bit of kickback. I will say all of these powders there's a lot of fallout. So you can either do your eyes before your face or do what I'm gonna do and put like a powder down to sweep away when you're done. They're very, very powdery, which isn't always a bad thing. It's just something to kind of be aware of. And I think that kind of scares people away sometimes because they're like, oh my gosh, you know, fallout's getting all over my face. But there are kind of ways around that. So that's kind of my overall thoughts on the palette. The pencils, I am in love with the pencils, you guys. They are just so, so, so good. So overall, I think it's worth $30, but I do think that there are some duds in the palette itself. Ugh, and look at this. Okay, I forgot to put the little sleeve back on, and I got lipstick on the palette itself. That's the thing with these cream products. I don't like cream products in palette form. Okay, so let's get into applying it to my face, and I need to wipe this off the back of the palette because it's going to get everywhere. Okay, so like I said, I already applied Dream all over my lid as a base color. I also applied my bronzer that I'm wearing on my face in the crease to kind of act as a transition color. That's another thing. There isn't a true transition color in this palette. This bronzer does have a sheen or sparkle to it. It would work as a transition color if you needed it to be, but there isn't like a true kind of matte transition color. So another thing to kind of be aware of, I mean, their selection is limited. There's only 3 eyeshadows, so you know, you got to be very strategic in the colors that you select. So I do appreciate that they had it all over lid color though. So I'm gonna start out and go right into Luna, the purple color here. And this is the one that I was telling you I had so much trouble with. It is just incredibly difficult to apply. I'm trying to even think like if I should even bother with it, but I want to show you guys. So this is a teeny tiny brush, and I find that these brushes work best for these deep dark colors. Hope my camera stays in focus. So you can see that there is like zero pigmentation. You have to keep going back, keep dipping in, and really, really build it up. I think that that's fine if you have time, but like I said, it took me an hour, a full hour to do one eye. So it's kind of like, who has that kind of time to get ready in the morning? Not me. I definitely don't, but you can see how fussy this color is. It's just, you really have to build it up and really be careful not to go too crazy with it because you'll kind of look like you have a black eye if you go a little bit too crazy. But on this side, I applied it to the outer V and the inner V because my goal was to kind of do like a little halo look, which I think I did pretty well. Yeah, but again, it just took forever. Alright, I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see, but you can see all the fallout right there. And this is after I have built it up, I mean, quite a bit. You can see the color is still very patchy. And then it's very uneven, like I'm going to show you. When I lift up my eyelids, see the creases? I hope that you can see, but there's like creases. It doesn't get, like, I don't know how to explain it. I have never had an eyeshadow be this fussy to me before. Like, I've never had to lift my brow up in order to get into the creases of my eye. Like, eyeshadows typically just don't do that. Even dark colors don't do that, but this one does. It is so, I mean, I hope you can see what I'm talking about. There's like creases of my eye where it's missing. It's definitely not the easiest color to play with, and it's definitely a miss. I also keep sticking my finger in the lipstick because I'm grabbing the palette like this and I'm sticking my finger in that lipstick. So it's I think they need to reconsider the design of the palette, just with the cream products mixed in there. Okay, so here is pretty much the best I was able to build up that purple. It's definitely not my best eyeshadow application, but we'll fix it. But the first thing I want to do is kind of buff out the edges. So I'm going to dip into the bronzer that I used today and just a blending brush and kind of go along the edges here and kind of blend this out a little bit just to make it look a little bit more, you know, not so choppy, a little bit more kind of diffused and blended. All right, now going into Gold Digger with my finger. This I'm going to just apply with my finger. I feel like sometimes these kind of uber pigmented shimmery colors apply best with your finger. I feel like that's the case for all brands. Even my Natasha Denona palettes, I will go in with my finger and apply some of the colors because they just pack more punch that way, in my opinion. You can definitely go in with a brush if you want to. I have no polish, no nails, nothing like that holding me back, so I'm gonna go in with my finger and just kind of tap that in the middle. So the closest color I was able to find to that purple is in my Too Faced Sweet Peach palette right here. This is Delectable, and it is pretty dang similar. This one is also a little bit patchy, and I want to say that dark purples like that, maybe they're just really, really hard to formulate and to make, because I feel like I kind of have the same problem with the Too Faced one, but it was the closest that I could find in my entire eyeshadow collection, believe it or not. So that tells you how unique that color is. So definitely kudos to Amy for creating such a unique color, but I'm gonna go in and just kind of put this on top of that purple to kind of blend everything out and make it look a little bit more smooth and seamless. I feel like this formulation is just a little bit better, if that makes sense. Then I'm gonna go back to Luna because I do feel like it works good for this, and just kind of slowly put it in my crease and kind of connect the two sides together. Then I'm gonna go back to Gold Digger and just pack it on a little bit more. I feel like sometimes when you blend so much, you kind of blend away the color. So I'm just gonna put it back in the center. Now I'm gonna go back to Luna and put that on my lower lash line. Now I'll show you just how amazing this eyeliner actually is. So I'm gonna roll it up kind of a lot. I mean, not a whole lot, you don't want to break it, but enough to where you have like a good bit of it out. And I hope that you can see this. This glides into your waterline so well, you guys. I mean, look at that. Okay, I'm gonna pop a lash on this eye and then I'll be back for the highlighter. I feel so much better now that my face is even. Let me zoom in and show you guys what this look looks like up close. Beautiful look. The end look is so stinking pretty. I mean, this would be beautiful for holiday, or I mean, just a fun purple and gold look if your school colors are purple and gold, or you know, whatever. It's stunning at the end. It's just that purple color. Not my friend. Okay, let's work on this highlight. It is called Prosecco, which reminds me of Prosecco Pop from Becca, but Prosecco Pop is gold and this is like a rose gold. So, I don't know. I'm indifferent about the names. The names are super cute. Dream, Gold Digger, Luna, Dusk, Prosecco, Sass Queen. Love that. Anyways, okay. So pretty. You can tell what I mean when I... Blah, blah, blah. You can see what I meant by saying it's so pretty. It's not too much, it's not too little. You can build it up. There's definitely like a, hey, I'm wearing highlight, but it's not too much, you know what I mean? I love it. I think it works well with the colors of the palette and for my skin tone, and this is definitely a really, really good highlighter. Here we go. Put a little bit here. Now I'm gonna line my lips with the lip liner. I don't even know if these have names. Oh, they do. Belle is the name of the lip liner and Twilight is the name of the eyeliner. I love these pencils, you guys. Like if they sold, oh crap, I'm talking while I'm applying lip liner. Yeah, if they sold the lip liner and the eyeliner like separate, oh, I would be all about that. And in fact, the subscription itself alone might be worth it for the pencils. I'm going in with Pinky Promise, by the way, the nude one. Beautiful color, easy to apply, glides on perfectly. It's not sticky, it's so pretty. Really good quality. Okay guys, so overall I do think that this is a really cool concept. I think overall the palette is really cool. I would definitely recommend it. I mean, a palette subscription service, how stinking awesome is that? I think this particular one, you know, as I've made clear in the video, I'm not a huge fan of this purple, not the color, just the formula, but I think the selection of colors is spot on. I love the fact that she included this bright lip color here so you can mix the two together. I think the highlighter is gorgeous, the bronzer, meh, and these pencils, oh my gosh, I wish I knew, like, I wish I had a way to buy these pencils by themselves because super good. So overall, $30 for awesome eyeliner, awesome lip liner, a really pretty highlighter, some really awesome lipsticks in a pan. I mean, really not bad. That's definitely, you know, in the drugstore price range and you're getting a really quality product and you're supporting a beauty influencer. So definitely something you should check out if you want. I do have that 10% off code down below. Again, I don't get anything if you use it. If you want to sign up, great. If you don't, that's great too. But I definitely wanted to share this product with you guys. So thank you so much to Deck of Scarlet for allowing me to try out this product. I definitely look forward to seeing what future palettes look like, different, you know, ranges of colors and the different lip liners and eyeliner options that are going to come out. I would love it if these were like an a la carte product. That would make me so happy. So thank you again, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video and I will talk to you next time. Bye.